We are here with Shira, who is, of course, a volunteer with Mayor Panim. This is something, Shira, would you say this was kind of a spontaneous decision that you made to volunteer with Mayor Panim?
It was spontaneous this time, but this was our second time as a family volunteering with Mayor Panim.
Okay. So for people at home who don't really know what Mayor Panim is, do you want to just kind of tell us in your own words what Mayor Panim is?
Sure. From what I understand, they're all over Israel in different locations, and they help give food to the needy and the elder. And at a time like this, when they're quarantined, they have no one to give them food and they can't come out of their homes.
Right. So basically, what's happening in Israel, like in many other countries, is there's this whole kind of coronavirus lockdown where people aren't really allowed to leave their homes except to either buy food, go to the pharmacy, or go to work. So, Shira, I understand you are confined to your home because you're a teacher, correct?
Yes, I'm confined to my home also because we're in Eretz Israel and we are confined to our home and within 100 meters of our home, except for grocery stores and pharmaceuticals.
So talk us through the kind of process from you getting sent home as a teacher to ending up driving from where you live to Jerusalem to volunteer with an organization like Mayor Panim, who feeds the hungry.
So truthfully, David, I'm an independent teacher. I'm an exercise teacher. That's how I'm familiar with Zoom, because now I teach exercise on Zoom. I am with people, not huge, but I am with people.
Okay.
Interesting experience to get in my car though, and to drive to Jerusalem. First of all, there was absolutely no traffic. And second of all, it was a very strange experience not leaving for almost 3 weeks to go outside and head towards Jerusalem.
Yeah. So how did you find out about Mayor Panim? How did you find out that Mayor Panim needed help?
I had seen on a WhatsApp chat list in my community called Coffee Talk in Hashmonaim that they had posted a clipping of an article of Mimi Rosmarand, who happens to live here, also happens to be a very good friend of mine, about Mayor Panim, and that they are severely in help of volunteers and what's happening with their organization. And because of the situation, they are lacking people basically to help volunteer, which is what they depend on.
Right. So you kind of jumped into action. And I mean, with all the coronavirus going around, you weren't afraid of leaving the home to go down to this soup kitchen?
I'm a little afraid. I'm also a little bit of a risk taker. I thought we would be supplied. So when we got there, we got gloves. I informed Mimi that there should be masks. There is now. I don't know if that should be on. Maybe you could edit that. And we kept our distance. I went with my two girls, a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old. We kept our distance. We wore gloves. I made sure we didn't breathe on anybody, get too close. We tried to stay our 2 meters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to do that whole social distancing thing. And so you brought your kids with you, correct?
Correct, I did.
And what was their reaction? I mean, they get this sudden school vacation, and all of a sudden you're putting them in the car and taking them down to.
So my daughter
was for people in Israel who are hungry.
So my 12-year-old daughter jumped on it and said, "Yeah, I'll go. Would love the opportunity." I don't know if it was the opportunity to leave the house, the confinement of the house, but she was very happy to help and do the chesed with me and volunteer and help others.
That's awesome. Okay, so then you helped pack food that was then delivered to people who don't have food in Jerusalem. And what do you think this did for your kid? How do you think the experience affected your kids?
So I'm only going to speak really for my 12-year-old. I'm not sure my 3-year-old understood so much. I think it gave her gratitude for what I think it gave my 12-year-old gratitude for what she has, that she has food in the kitchen and in the fridge, and her mother can go to a supermarket, please God, and still buy. It also just makes it known that the world is bigger than her, that there's more out there besides just her. And it makes her feel good as well as me. It makes us feel good that we could do for other people. And there were people who came actually still to pick up food. There were delivery people there. They had about 80 to 100 people they had to deliver food for. But you see the elderly, they came and they picked up. And to be able to give them a nice smile
Awesome.
and have some human
Yeah, sure.
contact with people.
Yeah, no, it must have been a very valuable lesson when a lot of kids are just kind of stuck at home watching TV, and you get your kids out there to help pack food for people in Israel who don't have it.
Right.
So, all right, well, Chong Alvarez, thank you very much, and thank you for the work that you've done and for the volunteer work that you've done.
Thank you.
And we hope
Well,
that there will be more like you who kind of step up in this crazy time and get out there and deliver the food to people who need it most here in Israel.
true. Hopefully we can all be there for each other and help each other out in times like this.
All right, that's a great message to end it on, and take care. Have a good
All right.
hug.
Bye. Stay safe. Hag sameach.